All right, let's talk about a massive shift happening in the workplace right now. We're talking about AI training. For a long time, it was this kind of cool optional perk, right? Not anymore. Now, it's become an absolute strategic must-have. So let's dive into why that is and why there's this growing gap between what companies are doing and what their people actually need. First up, let's explore what I'm calling the Great AI Skills Gap. Because right now, there is a huge disconnect happening inside businesses everywhere. Companies are scrambling to get their hands on AI tools, but they're forgetting about the most critical part of the equation, their people. And the speed of this is just wild. Get this, in 2024, more than a third of workers in the US are already using AI at their jobs. Just the year before, that number was only 8%. So people are jumping in, they're using the tools, but there's a catch. And here's the catch. Even with all those people using AI, only 31% of them say their company is actually providing any kind of official training on how to use these incredibly powerful and complex new tools. So you see it, right? You've got adoption skyrocketing on one side, and on the other, workforce preparation is just lagging way behind. This isn't just a small oversight, it's a huge blind spot that can create some serious problems for a business. And you know, it gets even crazier when you look at the leadership level. Almost 9 out of 10 executives, 89%, say they know they need AI skills in their workforce. They see the problem. But how many have actually started doing something meaningful about it? A tiny 6%. It's a classic case of knowing what you need to do, but just not doing it.
And look, this isn't just some top-down theoretical issue. The people on the ground are practically begging for this. A full 80% of employees, that's 4 out of every 5 people, are actively asking for more AI training. They can see the writing on the wall, and they want to be ready for what's next.
So, what's the big deal? What actually happens if companies just keep ignoring this gap? Well, it's not just a missed opportunity. It comes with some really serious and immediate consequences.
Really, there are 4 critical things pushing this issue to the forefront. We've already talked about the huge employee demand and that leadership action gap, but now let's get into the other 2. How fast skills are becoming outdated and the very real security risks involved.
According to the World Economic Forum, by 2030, which is not that far away, nearly 40% of the core skills you use for your job today will be different. Think about that. Almost half of your core skill set changed, mostly because of AI. It means that without constant learning, even today's top talent could become irrelevant fast.
And then there's the security side of things, which is frankly terrifying. Picture this. An employee is trying to be more productive, so they copy and paste some confidential customer information or maybe some secret company code into a public AI chatbot. Without the right training, they have no idea they just created a massive data privacy and security breach. This is happening right now.
Okay, enough of the doom and gloom. Let's flip the script and talk about the upside, because the payoff for actually investing in your people and getting them ready for AI is enormous. This is where it gets really exciting.
The benefits here just stack up beautifully. When your workforce is properly trained, they're not just more productive, they start making smarter, data-backed decisions. That sparks real innovation, makes them happier and more likely to stick around, and of course, it plugs those security holes we just talked about. It's a win-win-win.
Let me make this super concrete for you. Imagine a customer support agent. With AI training, they can use a tool to handle simple questions in seconds. This frees up their time and brain power to tackle the really tricky, high-stakes customer problems, the ones that actually require a creative human touch. Boom, better efficiency and better customer service.
This quote from a tech leader at Ally Financial just nails it. The biggest mistake you can make is keeping AI know-how locked up in your IT department. Real, game-changing innovation happens when everyone, from marketing to sales to HR, understands this stuff and feels empowered to use it.
And you know what? That idea of empowering everyone hits the bottom line hard. Studies show that companies where innovation comes from all corners of the organization see over 5 times the revenue growth of companies where it doesn't. Giving everyone AI skills is how you become one of those high-growth companies.
Okay, so we get the why. It's critical. The payoff is huge. The next obvious question is how? How do you actually build an AI training program that works for your whole team? The most effective way is a tiered approach. Think of it in 3 steps. Step 1, a mandatory AI 101 for everybody. This gets everyone speaking the same language and covers the basic ethics. Step 2, role-specific training. Your marketing team learns about AI for campaigns. Your HR team learns about it for recruiting. And finally, step 3, create a path for those who are really interested to become your in-house experts.
And it's not just about the curriculum, it's about the method. We have all sat through mind-numbing presentations. That's not going to cut it. The best training is hands-on. You learn by doing. That means workshops, small pilot projects, and safe sandbox environments where people can play around with AI on real work tasks without being afraid of breaking something. And finally, to make all of this really stick, you have to bake it into the very DNA of your company. AI learning goals have to be part of an employee's official development plan, their progress needs to be discussed in performance reviews, and you have to celebrate and reward the people who are really leaning in and adopting these new skills. That's how it becomes part of the culture.
So when you boil it all down, it really just comes to this. The AI revolution isn't coming. It's here, right now. So the only real question left for every organization to answer is this. Is your workforce going to be a spectator, watching from the sidelines, or are they going to be an active participant in the game? The choice you make is going to define your future.